What's going on, Shady people? Shady Penguin welcome you back to another week of the GBA. We are here to prep for our week 6 game, and we are going up against Old Man Tup and the Pittsburgh Piratas. I'm so sorry, Tup. I cannot pronounce things. If you ever watched my channel, you know pronunciation is not my strong suit, but please go check out his channel. He's an awesome, genuine, sweet guy. He's really down to earth, really cool. One of my favorite people to talk to in the GBA. I love like almost everyone in the GBA, but like he's one of my favorite people to talk to. He's just super chill, very caring and genuine. So go check him out. But we are building for this team today, and you guys can see some of my team already, which is just fine by me. But we're gonna go over really quick the Pokemon that he can bring. Now, Tup is in our division, so we are on a 3-game losing streak now, unfortunately, and we're gonna try to break that this week. But it's gonna be tough. Every week in the GBA is tough, so no Johns. This is the potential team, or these are the members that Tup has to choose from. This is what he drafted. He's got Mega Tyranitar, Excadrill, okay, Celebi, Arcanine, Jellicent. Okay, Machamp, Ambipom, Thundurus Incarnate, that should have been higher up on the list, Kyurem, Golbat, and Archeops. So Tup has a fantastic, you guys can see he has that Water, Fire, Grass, Core, and Arcanine, Celebi, and Jellicent. Really fantastic. He's got Mega T-Tar and Excadrill. They work really well together. Despite the common weaknesses, they work really well. And my only ground type is Zygarde on the team, and Zygarde's benched this week. Zygarde is 100% benched this week because he's just been underperforming in my opinion. I almost brought him. I'll explain my thought process later. But he's also got a Celebi. The Celebi is crazy. Ambipom's a great Pokemon. You guys know that I love Ambipom. I wish it was mine. I really do. He's got a Golbat, which he hasn't brought yet, but I really thought about it, and this might be the week that he brings Golbat. He might have only drafted Golbat for me, but we're prepared for it if he does. His team is just really scary. His team is really scary. And you guys know our Pokemon, so we're not gonna go over them, the potential 10. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go over the potential 10 in case people don't know. You shouldn't assume, Shady. Our potential 10, and by 10 I mean 11, because you guys see Mega Venusaur, that's one of our 11. But the other 10 besides Mega Venusaur are Jirachi, Rotom-Heat, Zygarde, Hitmontop, Mismagius, Alakazam, Gramble, Rhyperior, Sharpedo, and Milotic. So we have quite the battle ahead of us. We both have really good cores. I feel like both these teams, Tup was saying he can't wait to see the clash of two of the best cores in the league. Unfortunately, mine has been underperforming. I mean, I've been underperforming, but we're going to go over it without any further ado, because actually we're going to be battling very soon. Very soon. Of course, as always, Mankeys memorabilia is in the description. Grab a mug, grab a shirt, grab something, grab your mother or dad or uncle or cousin or brother or sister. Give them a high five. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're going to go over our Pokemon. Our first Pokemon is Takahata, the Mega Venusaur. So I really believe that this Mega Venusaur puts in so much work against my opponent's team. What I like about Mega Venusaur is that it can actually take advantage, unlike Tup's core, Tup's Water, Fire, Grass core. You can't touch this thing. There's nothing that they can do to touch this thing. Now, granted, I take that back because Celebi is obviously there and it gets Psych type moves, but I ran the calcs and Celebi does not. Wait, what is wrong with my stats are all screwed up. These are someone else's stats. Who did you? Oh no. You guys all take Mismagius' stats? Oh boy. I had the spreads and everything. Okay, so you guys get to see a little bit of live team building. What was it? 124? No, 132 and 124. Okay. 132 and 124. There we go. That's what it looked like. I really hope that's what it looked like. I know I had you calm. I have you calm for a very specific reason. So this is our EVs for our Takahata. The moveset we're using is Synthesis, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb. So let's go over this spread really quick for my opponent's team. I'm 100% expecting Hidden Power, Flying Thundurus. That's really one of the only things I see in my opponent's team that puts in the work against this Pokemon. Technician Ambipom with Aerial Ace will also do really well, but not well enough. Really quick, I'll go over the calcs for you guys. I'll explain them to you as I run them off screen. But Ambipom, given the Aerial Ace, does 59%, while Giga Drain does 73%. So he'll outspeed me, hit me with an Aerial Ace, I'll go for Giga Drain, I'll get enough HP back to live another Aerial Ace. So, not to mention, that's actually incorrect. My Mega Venusaur has defensive investment, so an Aerial Ace only does 44 to 52%. So I will 100% be able to live another one after a Giga Drain, because Giga Drain is going to do, well, Giga Drain now without the special attack investment does 60%, and that's fine. I'm fine if I trade I'm fine if Takahata takes a lot of damage, because later on you'll see that I'm bringing Healing Wish Jirachi again for this specific reason. Because if you look at his team, Takahata really puts in the work, except for the Ambipom And the Thunderous. Now, the Thunderous still takes like 60% from a Sludge Bomb, which is great. It still takes a lot of damage, but Hidden Power Flying does 55, 60%. So it is a 2-hit KO. And unless I planted the Leech Seed on the Thunderous, on the switch in, I can't Synthesis Stall. Synthesis Stall might be a little bit common in this match. I wouldn't call it stall, but preserving. I'm going to preserve Venusaur via the Synthesis. That's why I'm bringing it. And the Giga Drain Sludge Bomb is right there. I was going to bring Knockoff because I'm kind of fearing that Golbat, but Golbat, once again, if I get the Leech Seed on it on a switch in, and then I can just Synthesis up. Brave Bird is never going to be able to 2-hit KO me with Synthesis and Leech Seed. I'm actually going to win that battle over and over and over again. Granted, Takahata can't do anything else, and if I really want to, I can just hard switch out into my Flame Boy Luke. You guys can see on the screen over there. Little guy up the top. I can go ahead and do that and switch into him and be completely fine. So there's a lot of options here for us. I think we're going to be good to go. I feel like this is capturing awkwardly. I do apologize if it is. Like there's that line on the left-hand side. I don't know what that's about. What are you even capturing, you stupid capture program? Oh well, it is what it is. Can't really do too much about it. I think that I can do this. Does that do anything for me? That does nothing. That just makes it blink for you guys. You guys are just blinking. I apologize. I don't want to do that to you guys. Okay, we're just gonna leave it the way that it is. We have this Mega Venusaur here. Like I said, it really goes well against everything. Arcanine can't really do much to it. Excadrill does neutral Earthquake, which does stink, but Giga Drain is going to do a butt ton of damage. Granted, Giga Drain is not super effective against Excadrill. It's something very important to keep in mind. Excadrill can take a Giga Drain. It does like, it depends. If he's running Assault Vest, he can take it very, very well. So I'd most likely just want to set up a Leech Seed and get the heck out of there. Now I have switch-ins for Excadrill. We'll go over those in just a little bit. But this is our Venusaur. It's going to do pretty well against this team, I really feel like. Celebi is, of course, the scariest Pokemon. Psychic does a lot. It doesn't one-shot, but it does a lot. It depends on his investment, but he can do like 75%, and then we go for Sludge Bomb, which does 75%, and it's just going to be a big trade of damage, which once again, I don't mind too much because we do have the Healing Wish Jirachi, but I would like Venusaur to take like 3 Mon's health down to like half before having to use Healing Wish, because that would be pretty worth. Our next Pokemon is Sakura. We're running the leftover Sakura with Marvel Scale. No reason to run competitive. I am bringing Rain Dance again this week. I really like Rain Dance. I think it's great against my opponent's team. There aren't too many things I want to hit with fire with my Rotom-Heat, so it's not going to be detrimental, and I could always stall it out. I have a Protect Bruce, so I'm fine with that. I have a Recover Milotic, so I can kind of control the rain how I want to. I just want it because I don't want Excadrill to get some kind of sweeping thing. I don't have any built-in weather. I don't have any abilities to summon weather, so I think that there's a chance that Tup might want to go for some Sand Rush fun. So I would like the Rain Dance here. I think the Rain Dance is great. It's a really good move. Our spread is not what it looks like, my friends. That is not at all what it's supposed to be. I believe we ran max defense 244, 4 and 4. So we have we're burning a Calm Sakura because I need defenses on both sides for this mon. I need to be able to take a hit from that Excadrill. I need to be able to take hits from Celebi, and we don't know what that's going to be yet. I need to be able to take a Wild Charge from an Arcanine. I want to be able to take a hit from Thunderous if I have to. I don't want to, but if I have to, I want to be able to take a hit from T-Tar. I just want to be able to take hits. So the moveset is pretty obvious. For cover for longevity, we have Scald for, you know, best move in the game, second best move in the game, best move in the game, best move in the game. Then we have Dragon Tail for phasing. So I was afraid of like potentially seeing like sub nasty plot Thunders, but he's got Thundurus Incarnate. He's going to want to bring Thunder Wave, and I really think he's going to bring Hidden Power Flying. So I don't think he's got room for all those setup shenanigans, but still I think that phasing is really nice. I don't think he'll bring sub Jellicent. He might, predicting Dragon Tail, but we have answers for that if we really have to. I mean, we have a Takahata, which will literally just sit underneath a Jellicent all day. Like it doesn't matter. Even if you run Curse Body and you disable my Giga Drain, I'm just gonna Leech Seed you at some point. I do outspeed you, so I Giga Drain, pop the sub. Curse Body can't even activate when you pop a sub. It has to touch the Pokemon, so Curse Body won't even activate that way. Go for a Leech Seed and we're fine. So that's going to be our Sakura. It's really self-explanatory. Does well against a lot of his team. Obviously, we're afraid of the Thunders and the Celebi, but it is what it is. This game is going to be very switchy. We have the Jirachi here. We're running a similar Jirachi as last week. We have U-Turn, Stealth Rock, Healing Wish, and Zen Headbutt. So we're running Zen Headbutt as our offensive move, mainly because I don't want to run. I don't want to be able to. I don't want to be completely walled by anything. And what I mean by walled is I don't want. Well, I shouldn't say that because if I didn't want that, then I wouldn't. I would be running Iron Head because right now T-Tar can stop our Jirachi completely. We can't do anything to it but U-Turn. But that's the kind of the point. U-Turn is here. Zen Headbutt's here to flinch. I wanted to be able to take the Jellicent on. I feel like Jirachi Jellicent is going to happen at some point, and a 60% chance to flinch with neutral damage is really nice. I didn't want to go Iron Head because it's resisted by a few things on his team. I mean, granted, Zen Headbutt is resisted as well. Jirachi's not here to be a physically offensive mon. It's here to set up the rocks. It's here to make moves, and then it's here to Healing Wish. That's really what it's here for. I'm almost considering taking him out for Zygarde, which would be more offensive, but Zygarde really has been underperforming, and I just don't want to put any more faith in Zygarde. I don't. So we're gonna rock out with this Jirachi. I hope it works out. A Healing Wish worked out fine last week. I think we just couldn't pull through with the win. We got to get more damage off before we Healing Wish. Our next Pokemon is Flameboy Luke. Now Flameboy Luke is very important, a last minute addition to the team. But if you look at my opponent's team, if I didn't bring Flameboy Luke, Thundurus can run through my entire team. I mean, granted, we have specially defensive Jirachi we just saw, but Thundurus can really put in a lot of work. This Pokemon, Flameboy Luke, just says, your Thundurus is useless. Get out of here. Unless you're bringing HP Rock or something to that effect, your Thundurus is useless. You can't paralyze me. Thunderbolt's not going to do a lot. I have Hidden Power Ice on this thing. So I really needed this because this actually is my switch in for Thundurus. This is my 100% switch in for Thundurus. Anytime Thundurus is on the field, unless I'm making plays and it's mid-late game, I'm switching into Flameboy Luke. We have Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt, Overheat, and Power Ice. So no Volt Switch, unfortunately, but looking at his team, his Thundurus isn't immune to electric type attacks, but I guess his only immunity is actually the Excadrill. But Excadrill doesn't really want to switch in on this thing. Granted, a Rock Slide is going to do a lot of damage, but it doesn't want to switch in because I could potentially go for a Will-O-Wisp. The biggest thing that wants to switch in on his team is going to be the Arcanine. 100% is the Arcanine is going to be his go-to switch in, and I mean the Mega T-Tsar can be as well, but once I reveal Will-O-Wisp, it's not going to be. So I'm kind of considering getting rid of Thunderbolt and putting Volt Switch on. I think that's what I'm going to do. I wanted Thunderbolt for the Jellicent 1v1, but honestly, it's all right. I think I'm okay with just going for the Volt Switch. We outspeed the Jellicent, unless you like invest a crap ton. But we outspeed the Jellicent. We can just Volt Switch, get out of there, and go out into our Takahata, considering Venusaur is our switch in for this thing. It 100% is. Even if Takahata gets burned, we have remedy for that. Once again, we have Healing Wish, and we have something else as well. So this is our Flameboy Luke. I think he's going to be very important. There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of work. He's going to help us with Switch Initiative. My biggest fear is my opponent's rocks. So that's the biggest reason why I didn't want to run Volt Switch. Because it's going to get to a point where I can't switch in anymore, unfortunately. I won't be able to. I don't have room for him on top. I almost took Jirachi off for him on top, but it's kind of impossible. I think the first 4 Pokemon are pivotal to winning. I think it's a great core. It's super defensive, but also Venusaur puts in a lot of pressure and a lot of work, as well as the Will-O-Wisp. That's why I ended up running Special Defense, and then I had the Will-O-Wisp, because as long as something's burned, I'm going to take a physical hit just fine. We have the leftovers to kind of counterbalance the Sandstorm that's going to be happening, and that's our Flameboy Luke. Our next Pokemon is Bruce, the Sharpedo. This Sharpedo is, once again, I think Sharpedo is one of the most underrated mons, and I really think it can sweep. It's just got to be used right, and I haven't been doing so. And I don't blame Sharpedo at all. I blame myself, obviously. But this is our spread here. We have 188 HP, 169, so we take 16 from each life orb, and we have an odd number of HP, so it's really nice. We have max attack, adamant, with nice 60 investment in speed. This is enough speed so that after 1 protect, we can outspeed the fastest thing, barring a Choice Scarfer on my opponent's team. A Choice Scarfer would always outspeed us anyway, so I might as well just speed creep to outspeed, which I believe the fastest thing on his team is that Ambipom. So Ambipom max is at 183. This puts it at 184, 185. So 184.5 if you want to get technical, but it rounds up. There's no decimal points in Pokemon. So that's going to be our Sharpedo. It's kind of self-explanatory. Waterfall for the Excadrill, Crunch for the Celebi, Waterfall for Arcanine, Waterfall for Machamp, Crunch for Jellicent, Waterfall for Ambipom, Ice Fang for Thundurus, Kyurem, we got to go Crunch. Golbat, we probably would actually end up going Waterfall. This does a little bit more. You know, now we'd go Ice Fang. We go straight up Ice Fang. Ice Fang it up on the Golbat, Waterfall on the Arceus, Waterfall on the Tyranitar. So we have super effective damage for everything on my opponent's team. I shouldn't say super effective damage, but Machamp doesn't really want to take a Waterfall. If he's at full health, then he does. Now, something I wanted to talk about really quick. I tried to build a team that can take on any Pokemon my opponent brings, but he's played 5 games so far. Excadrill and Thundurus have come every single game. Every single game Excadrill and Thundurus have come. That's why I've heavily prepared for those Pokemon. Obviously, Milotic can kind of switch in on the Excadrill being the defensive beast that it is. If he goes for a Thunder Wave and he paralyzes my Sakura at any point, I will be happy. I honestly will be happy for the most part. Of course, then when I get fully paralyzed, I'll cry a little bit. But I wanted to say that the other Pokemon that he brought 4 times would be Celebi, Arcanine, Jellicent. So he brought that Water, Fire, Grass core 4 out of the 5 games, along with the Mega Tyranitar. So he's mainly been sticking with those Pokemon for the entire league. I'm not going to say that he's not going to bring Golbat at all because he's never brought it, because I think that I might be the reason why he got Golbat was for the Mega Venusaur. It's everything that's possible, but we have an Ice Fang, we have a Volt Switch. We have plenty of stuff. I don't think that Excadrill wants to switch in on Flameboy Luke predicting a Volt Switch, because if I'm physically defensive and then I fire off a Will-O-Wisp and burn this thing, unless he's got Heal Bell Celebi, it's not gonna be a fun time. And honestly, I'm not going for Volt Switch until Excadrill's burned. I'm probably never gonna click Volt Switch. I'm not sure. We'll see how the game state goes, but I really think that I'm gonna be a little bit cautious. Our final Pokemon, that's our Bruce, and our final Pokemon is Mismagius. Now, this is an interesting Pokemon. It's a little bit of a test. I want to have a little bit of fun this week. We're bringing Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Fighting, Heal Bell, and Destiny Bond. It's Choice Scarf. We have enough speed to outspeed everything on my opponent's team, barring another Choice Scarfer. Max Special Attack, Timid Nature. This is going to be the bread and butter. This is going to be interesting. I have the Destiny Bond. You guys have been asking for it. We're going to Destiny Bond it up and really try to catch my opponent off guard with that Destiny Bond. Heal Bell is there because if the only thing that happens is my Tagahata gets paralyzed and I don't want to obviously Healing Wish just yet, I'll go for a Choice Scarf Heal Bell, last ditch effort. I'm fine with doing that. That's a-okay by me. I am totally fine with it. Obviously, Shadow Ball's there for stab. It hits the Jellicent, hits everything on my opponent's team except for the Ambipom. We have Hidden Power Fighting for that Ambipom and for the T-Tar. So Hidden Power Fighting also hits the Excadrill, but it does around the same amount as Shadow Ball. So I might just go for Shadow Ball because the special defense drop is possible, which could end up helping us. But it's going to be one of Missy's first time. It might be Missy's actual. I think it's her second time on the field. I think it's her second time. And we're going to hopefully she can do a little better than last time, because she didn't do much last time. But I wanted a Choice Scarfer just in case things got hairy, and I was tossed up between Mismagius. I was tossed between bringing Mismagius and Alakazam. I ended up going Mismagius because I am immune to the EQ, and if that Excadrill is Choice and gets locked into EQ, we have double Levitators, and that's really, really nice. Having the Levitate makes the EQ less likely for him to go for, even if Jirachi's out, so I really, really like that. He's gonna maybe want to predict or go for a neutral move. If that's his Rapid Spinner, that'll be the time to Rapid Spin. I wanted to bring Mismagius as well because it is a spin blocker. So that is our team. I'm gonna be playing in like a couple minutes, so I gotta get the heck out of here. I really hope you guys enjoyed the insight and the team battle. I want the Mankeys to win this week. I'm gonna do my best. I really am gonna do my best. I wanna make you guys proud. No matter what, I will do my best. I'm gonna say that again. I'll do my best. And no matter what happens, I hope you guys are happy with the video tomorrow on Sunday. Love you guys so much. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it. What are you doing with this hand? Shady. I'm an idiot.